on, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 of the Under the Lights podcast. I am your co-host, Jackson Sadler. They call me Herb. I'm with my co-hosts, Chase Tidwell and
Yo.
Callum Reeves. How are we doing
How's it
today?
going? Yeah, I'm pretty good. How are you?
Doing great.
Pretty
Doing
solid,
great.
pretty solid.
Ready to talk some sports?
Yeah, just an overview of what we're going to be going over today. We're going to be touching on Ryder Cup, wildcard round of the MLB playoffs. We'll go into our picks for this week of college football and this week of NFL. Yeah, let's just hop into it, I guess. I say we just go ahead and touch on Ryder Cup real quick. Really disappointing. I mean,
Well, that last
as
day,
someone
man, that
who-
was electric. That was electric.
it was a good last day. I didn't get to watch all of it, but I did watch the end of the last rounds, and man, the
Proud of our
short
boys
putt
fought,
by
man.
Henley, man. Like, yeah,
and,
I don't know.
And Hovland, man, that half a point, that's BS. How does he get that?
They're all like dying laughing, right? I don't know.
Yeah, Hovland.
Hovland, that's a
I
soccer
watched
player.
Yeah.
one
Victor
drive
Hovland,
from.
Victor Hovland withdrew from the tournament, and that gave them half a point.
Wait,
They, tied it.
I said it's a soccer.
I turned on Ryder Cup day 2, and I watched a drive from Scotty Scheffler, and then I turned it off. So
Scheffler
Yeah,
didn't
and then he
play
texted
good
me. He goes,
Saturday-
"What a
or
try from
Friday, Saturday.
Scheffler." Turned it back off.
Friday, Saturday, Scheffler didn't play great, and then he won his matchup against Rory on the last day, which was electric and great.
Scotty Scheffler,
Um,
Dallas
Part
friend of the Dallas
reason that
Stars.
they lost is because of how they went down so fast. Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
everyone
have that.
played so bad that our biggest guys played bad the first day. Scheffler and Bryson didn't play good, which I get. Scheffler's more of he's not a match play type of guy. He's more of he's more of an individual guy. He's not really
Yeah.
he's not good in a group setting, I feel like, which is another reason why they kind of lost it. It would have been so cool to see a comeback like that.
Dude,
Like,
it was
holy
close.
crap.
It was a possibility.
It was so
It was
close
close.
from happening. Henley gets that putt, and we go. I honestly think it was a big potential to happen. But yeah, Lowry put it away.
Bryson's gonna win the
It was
Masters.
really
soon.
sad. I hope, man.
Bryson, he needs to get his wedges in touch, man. His
I
short
love
game
Bryson, man.
isn't.
He chokes a lot too, man. I don't know. He went against Choky McElroy, bro, and this dude still won.
Don't
I was so
disrespect it,
sad.
buddy.
He
Don't
almost
disrespect it,
choked.
buddy.
He almost choked.
That's not choking.
He went to a
losing,
playoff.
losing strokes isn't choking, man. Justin
Playoff
Rose.
was electric though.
Justin Rose took that.
The playoff was really, really nice.
That was
Yeah,
so close,
Rose
man.
seems to be. I could be completely wrong. Rose seems to be kind of underrated
Rose.
because I didn't really know who he was before the Masters.
What about him?
He's
Underrated,
gone to.
like, I never really
didn't he
heard
go
of
to a
him.
playoff like 3 years in a row or something like that? Like he had almost won the Masters three times.
He's had a few playoffs in the Masters, but Callum,
That kinda
Justin
sucks.
Rose, he's a respected and well-known guy in the golf industry.
Yeah,
Callum said he's underrated, and
Well, that's just because I didn't start watching golf at all until this year's Masters.
no, I think 2000 Tiger Woods is underrated. I didn't watch golf that year, but I heard he's pretty underrated that year.
I mean, he's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
Well, but just Rose isn't one of those names you hear all the time. Like even before I had
Okay,
watched any golf, you
I
still
do agree
know
that he's
some
not.
guys.
He's not like a Bryson in the way that he puts himself out there like that, and he's not like a Scheffler where he's like an ultra dominant winner. Of course, he's not gonna be like the most talked about name in golf, but he's still a pretty no name whenever you like.
he is.
know
He
the
has
sport.
majors. He's always. He's been the best over the past 2 decades. He's around
Yeah.
40. He's
Will he
good.
get his jacket?
He already did.
He won the Masters.
Wait,
Mm-mm.
no, he's gone to like 3 playoffs and he's lost them all.
Yeah, which is what kind of
Wait.
sucks.
Wait,
That was
wait.
like one of the main headlines from.
Yeah, dude, he's had 5 runner-ups at major championships. So that's the
So annoying.
the U.S. Open, the Masters, the PGA, and just the Open itself. Which 5 runner-ups is ridiculous. That's so unlucky.
I like Rory, and I feel kind of bad for like all the UK because I feel like the fans were taking it a little bit too far. But Rory is a crybaby, and he was getting fucking like
Hey,
pissed
I
the
don't have,
entire
I don't
time.
have a problem. He was talking his crap back to the hecklers, and he was backing it up. He was
Yeah.
second best player in
was
the
funny.
course.
It was a little funny though.
But Rory's been
Uh,
my guy even before it was popular.
I like Rory. I for the Masters, I was fine with either Rory or Bryson winning. I wanted Bryson to win over Rory, but
Them being in the
I was
same
okay with it.
group on Sunday
Yeah.
was electric.
They
I
say
wish
evil
Bryson
word
would
to
have.
each other. Like that's
Yeah.
great. Like
Bryson choked.
Okay, you use
he
that
didn't
term
choke. It was
you-
close.
You use the
He
term
didn't-
too loosely. That's not choking.
He didn't. He fell apart. He didn't really choke. He
Yeah.
kind of like he wasn't
But-
really ahead.
But
He
it's
was.
just golf. Golf is hard. That's
Yeah.
not choking. That's just
And
golf.
Augusta's hard, but still.
Golf is
Well,
hard.
yeah.
The course is hard. It's just like you got to be perfect.
It's a day by day type of play, not really like. Yeah, I don't know.
And golf is, you need some luck
Consistency's
with
hard in
golf,
golf. Yeah. Well, moving on from that, disappointing, but I mean, it's whatever. We'll head into the main topic
get 'em next
of
year.
today.
2 years.
2 years. We'll get them. We'll head into the main topic. The MLB playoff picture is set. The Astros didn't make the playoffs, and I am so happy. We are having a
And the
phenomenal
Mets.
day
The
today.
Mets didn't make the playoffs. Also great.
I'm not as mad
See,
about that, but
The Mets
Mets
did nothing
moment.
to Callum except for beat him, so
Mets moment.
he's
Mets moment.
being
Okay.
petty.
the Brewers
Well, should we
don't
jump
have
in?
to play a wild card, so. But yeah, we'll jump
Yeah.
in. Should we just go ahead into wild card predictions?
Yeah, let's start with the Tigers. Tigers Guardians.
Tigers Guardians. Okay. I have the Guardians in 2. I think the main reason is because Cleveland is so hot right now. I mean, not even that Cleveland is just hot. I think that the Tigers are just so slow right now. Like they're ice cold. Like they're playing not good at all. I think the only hope that the Tigers have in winning is stopping Ramirez. That's their biggest thing. I mean, in his history versus the Tigers, he's 122 RBIs, 36 home runs, and a 314 average in 140 games since 2017. That's crazy. And I could see it going to 3 games. I think Tigers could get away with game 1 and choke the lead away. They're pitching Skubal. He's a 2 ER, which is great. He has 40 strikeouts and 28 innings pitched this year against the Guardians. So I think that it's possible they get out in front and they start they lead the series 1-0 and they choke away the 2 other games. Yeah, I have the Guardians in
Yeah,
2.
I just want to point out, you talked about Ramirez. J. Ram is one of the most underrated players in baseball since he came into the league. He's been consistent, 900-ish OPS, good defense. It's always that guy. Callum, what you got?
I also have Cleveland, but I have Cleveland in 3. Obviously, or not obviously, but you look at game 1 of the series, and the Detroit is going to be pitching Skubal, so I think that Detroit could definitely get away with winning game 1 with Skubal. Cleveland is 29th in batting average and OPS and has the least hits in the league this year. So I could see their offense maybe being a little bit slow, but at the same time, they are 7-3 to finish the year. They're red hot, like Herb said, and Detroit finished 2-8. At one point they had a 15.5 game lead in their division, and they've just kind of blown it all away. Not really won a lot recently. And then Detroit is 16th in batting average and 12th in OPS. So just kind of middle of the road there in terms of their batting. But I just think Cleveland is so hot. Cleveland has the 4th best ERA as a team in the league, and so I think that Detroit takes game 1 with Skubal, but loses game 2 and 3, and Cleveland wins the series in 3 games.
Yep.
Yeah, y'all have Cleveland. I have Detroit winning this 2-0,
Okay.
actually.
Wow.
I think Skubal is one of, if not the best pitcher in the game right now. I think that gives them a great chance to win game 1. And usually the team that wins game 1 goes on to win the series. I know it's 3-game series. It's a very small sample, but whoever wins the first game is set up well. And I like, so I think Skubal will get things done against Gavin Williams, who's getting the game 1 start for the Guardians. So I like the Tigers to take game 1. And then Flaherty versus Tanner Beebe is going to be the game 2, and I think Flaherty will get it done too. He's been better in the second half of the year. And say it goes to game 3, I don't think it will. I think Casey Mize is better than Parker Musick. And with that being said, I think that Tigers have the advantage with every starting pitcher matchup that will come in. And pitching gets the job done most of the time in the playoffs. So I have the Tigers 2-0.
I mean, like we said,
Interesting.
the Tigers they finished 2-8. I mean, but you look at this team right here. Hey, they lost the division.
They limped into
area
the
of the season.
playoffs.
They barely
limped.
got it, and they win the World Series. I don't think that it's a brand new slate. It's playoffs. It's a new awakening. I mean, I think it's a brand new thing, but hotness does have some sort of aspect to it, and I think that's just what kind of influences my opinion a little bit in a way. But yeah, I can see from both ways. That's why.
I'm gonna add on to that. Like you said, it's completely new. You can be hot coming into the playoffs. It's like you can be cold, hot. It's like everything's behind you. It's a completely new thing. The Tigers were the better team the whole season than the Guardians. What Guardians got hot last stretch, Tigers got cold.
Yep.
Tigers are the better team. Tigers have the best player. I think the Tigers will put the culture behind them and get the job done in the wild card.
Also in the playoffs, you see like different strategies. This is almost kind of appealing to Chase's point, like where there's no game tomorrow necessarily if you don't win. So might see
it's every game is the must win. You do whatever
so you'll see starters pitching out of the bullpen or whatnot. Like they're doing everything to try and win games.
For example,
and we'll get more into that with the Dodgers. The Dodgers have been starting to do that, like with Clayton Kershaw. They've been using their pitchers like that in the bullpen because their bullpen's so fragile right now.
Only weakness.
It's predicted for Shohei to start pitching closing, like he's predicted to start closing games now because of what their bullpen's looking like. You can change up your strategy. You saw that with the Rangers too. Whenever they went on their World Series run, it was the same thing. Like it's a completely different thing. Whenever you're going by a series basis, you can.
See, Game 7 against the Astros for the Rangers 2 years ago, Jordan Montgomery came out of the bullpen in Game 7 and gave us like 4 innings shutout and basically won us the game.
Yep.
And another thing, Ohtani is getting the Game 3 start of the wild card. So he's either Game 3 in the wild card or Game 1 of the ALDS. So he's not quite in the bullpen yet.
I think with that note, we should hop into Dodgers Reds. Okay. I do have the Dodgers in 3. I think, like I said, the bullpen is shaky for the Dodgers. Ohtani versus the Reds has been terrible. He's 0-9 against other Reds pitchers this year alone. Tanner Scott has the most blown saves in the league right now with 10 blown saves. Trina's not good. Yates is injured. I think it's going to be a very big defensive. Who can play the better defensive game? I just have the Dodgers though because I feel like on paper their batting is going to surpass it and they're going to win. I think it'll be 3 games. I think the sole reason is because of that bullpen, and like I was saying, they're going to have to start using their starters in the bullpen as well. I think that will have an effect, and I think that the Reds will get away with a game, but I think that I think it'll go 3 games. Dodgers.
I don't have a lot of analysis here. I have Dodgers in 2. Dodgers are pretty good, and the Reds are ass, and so that's kind of all I got.
Well, I had the Dodgers in 2, but I don't think it's easy as some people make it up to be. The Reds have a clear ace, Hunter Green. He is a dog. He could give them an amazing start, and if the Reds win Game 1, and they get a hold of Blake Snell, who the Dodgers are starting, I think they have a chance to take Game 1. And then Nick Lodolo, the Game 2 starter for the Reds, and Zach Liddell, the Game 3. Those are competent pitchers in the league, and they have a real chance. They just need to get a hold of the other pitchers. And I have the Dodgers 2-0, just the talent gap, man. It's a huge talent gap, and I think that's going to be the story at the end of the day.
Yep, I think that's valid. You have the AL MVP in Shohei Ohtani. I mean, can he perform? I think is one of the bigger aspects of the series too is how he plays, and I think he will.
Best player we've ever seen. Best player in baseball history.
The greatest day in baseball history.
Show Shohei Ohtani.
Justifiable, man. That call is justifiable. He's greatness.
50-50.
He just singled left field.
The greatest day in baseball history.
Oh my Fernando. It's like a fly ball to right field.
God, my Fernando. You can't do it better than that. All right, what do we want to jump into?
I think we should hop into Cubs Padres. I think this is a big one for Callum. Callum is awaiting the winner of this series to see who plays his Brewers.
This is true.
I have the Cubs in 3. I think we're going to get a rivalry matchup in the NLDS. The Cade Horton injury is a big blow, and I think Shuttle will lose them a game at least once because he hasn't been good.
Who you talking about? Oh, Shota. Okay.
Yeah,
he's probably the game 2 starter though.
He's game 2. Yeah. Matthew
I think
Boyd's
he
game
blows
1.
a game, and I think that is why it goes 3 games. My reasoning behind the Cubs winning is that the pieces for the Padres, their biggest players don't perform at Wrigley ever. The Machado has a 7.43 OPS in his all-time at Wrigley. Tatis Jr. has a 7.30 OPS.
All regular season though.
Yeah, no, it's his all-time games at Wrigley. So
okay.
Yeah, and then Bogaerts has 5.95 OPS, which is horrible. I think that's a big piece in why that the Cubs are going to win this. I think they do a good job of limiting.
Bogaerts.
I don't even know how to pronounce Bogaerts. Yeah,
Xander Bogaerts.
And what's that? He had the
OPS.
What was horrible?
He has a
OPS.
4.95. A 4.95 OPS.
That's
yeah.
nice.
That's
more
the
than
mysteries
horrible.
at Wrigley. That is why I have Cubs at 3. Or in 3. Yeah.
So where do you think the Padres get a game? Game 2 against Shota?
Yeah.
Shota has he
has like a 5.9 ERA. Like he's gonna let up runs. I think that they get a game back.
Okay, yeah. I have San Diego in 2. San Diego finished the year 7-3. Chicago 4-6. So San Diego's a little bit hotter right now. But on top of that, San Diego has a better team batting average. They have 200 less strikeouts on the year. Chicago is 6th in the league in home runs, though. So they have power hitters on their team. And they are also very aggressive because they have more strikeouts than San Diego does. But if we go into pitching, San Diego has the 3rd best ERA overall as a team in the league, and Chicago's 9th. So they're not too far behind, but San Diego is better. And then San Diego also has the 3rd least given up runs or earned runs, and they've allowed less home runs than Chicago. Chicago has better whip on the year, but barely. And then if you look at the starters also, game 1 you have Pivetta versus Boyd. Pivetta has higher WAR, better ERA, more strikeouts. I think he could give the Padres, hopefully 5-6 quality innings. Let them work. And then game 2 it will probably be Cease versus Shota. Shota on the year has been a little bit better. He has better ERA and WAR. However, Cease has more strikeouts, so it just depends, how these two pitchers play in game 2. But I'm going to take the hotter San Diego offense to win in 2 games.
Yeah, I have the Padres in 2. I think they have the better starters. I think Dylan Cease has underperformed this year, but he's been a top pitcher in the league over his career. This year's been a little down. He's the game 2 starter. I like him over Shota. Shota, he's a little shaky, man. He doesn't throw hard. I don't know what to think about him. I think the Cubs take game 1 though. I think Matthew Boyd.
San Diego in 2.
I said 3. I said 2-1. San Diego wins 2-1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it'll be split 1-1 after the first 2 games, and then game 3, I'm so confident Michael King outpitches Colin Rea. I don't like Rea. I like Michael King. I like him a lot. I think it comes down. I think it's my most anticipated series, or top 2. I think it's the closest one. Yep. And Slam Diego, my Rangers are out. I'm riding with San Diego Padres.
I hope he outpitches Colin Rea because he's a snake.
Rea, yeah.
It's Ray.
Rea.
Okay.
No,
Uh,
that was a little slick correction that you wanted to have. No, it's Rhea.
No, I just also he left us. I hope he gets out pitched if it goes to game 3.
We'll see.
okay.
Well,
Hopping into our last series,
not Subway Series, but
Yankees versus
New York
Red
Red
Sox.
Sox.
I have the Red Sox in 3 with the upset, and I know y'all give me that look. Their pitching right now is really, really hot. Um, Bello and I don't know if I'm saying this right. I don't know their pitchers. Bello and Giolito.
Brian Bayo. Brian Bayo.
Bayo.
Yep.
They've allowed 3 home runs only in 44 and a half innings between the two. Their pitching's hot. Crochet has a 3.29 ERA and 12.9 Ks per 9 innings. I think New York is hot, but they're going to slow them down. They do have an argument for MVP in Aaron Judge, and I think that'll be a good storyline. But I have the upset in the Red Sox in 3.
I'm taking New York in 3. I think like the Red Sox are gonna be potentially more comp than some people think they might be, but New York is also really hot right now. They finished the year 9-1, and they're just playing good ball on the year too. You know they're 10th in batting average, but they are number 1 in the league in OPS, and Boston's 4th in batting average, but 9th in OPS, so not too far behind. But Yankees are the number 1 team in terms of OPS. And then the Yankees also lead the league in runs scored, home runs, and RBIs. So I think that their offense is just going to overwhelm the Boston pitchers.
I'd like to add on to something that you read those stats. That's because of one guy. They need that one
Aaron
guy
Judge?
to perform. They need that one guy to perform. If he performs, they'll.
And hopefully he doesn't
get
drop the
going.
ball. And then
And that's why I think that the pitching versus Aaron Judge is going to be so fun to watch because it's going to be like you have good pitchers versus
Well, people just pitch around him, man. In
yeah,
the playoffs,
an
they just pitch
MVP.
around him.
Yeah, an MVP. I mean, you saw that with Corey Seager and Adolis Garcia in the Rangers run, and especially in the later rounds. I think that's what they're going to do, and that's I think a reason that I have the Red Sox as well.
Chase?
Yeah, I have New York in 2. I think it's tough. The pitching matchup, Crochet versus Max Fried, is powerhouse. It's a bunch of freight trains. They're 2 studs. But I don't know. It was really tough for me. I think if Red Sox can sneak out a game 1 win, they could win maybe. But like their Yankee starters just completely outmatch every matchup except for Crochet. I guess the margin between Crochet and Fried is smaller than the other 2 matchups that give the Yankees the advantage. I think the Yankees are favored in every game this series. They have the better lineup, better player, better pitching, better bullpen on paper, but the bullpen's still pretty shaky. But I have the Yankees in 2. And I like that another thing. How many sweeps do y'all have in the first round? Like how many 2-0s?
I have
1.
2. I have
Guardians.
the Dodgers sweeping the Reds, and I have San Diego sweeping the Cubs. That's it.
Every year, there's normally 3 to 4 sweeps. 2 at least 2.
Yeah,
There's usually a good amount of sweeps.
that's like you said earlier. It's a small sample size, so it's way more common for it to happen than in a different round like the LDS or the LCS.
No, I mean
CS.
just for wild cards. Just for wild cards.
Yeah,
in that
that's
one
what I
round,
mean. I mean,
sweeps
yeah.
are common.
Yeah,
Less
2-0s.
games too, so yeah.
Yep.
You only have to win 2. But
Well,
yeah.
I think moving on from our wild card predictions, who is y'all's World Series matchup? I will go ahead and tell y'all mine. I have the Brewers, and I have the Seattle Mariners. We talked about this a little bit on the last episode. Seattle's hot. I shouldn't really like Seattle, but I like them. I like Cal Raleigh. I think that he's a good player. I still think Judge should win MVP over him, but yeah, that's my. I don't have a whole lot of reasoning behind it. I'm going basically off vibes. But yeah, I'm rocking with the Brewers. I think the Brewers are my World Series picks.
Yeah, I'm refraining from this question. I'm not answering. So we can move to Chase.
You can't give him the question.
Here,
We can move to Chase.
No, Callum, just disregard the Brewers. Other than the Brewers, you know what I'm saying? You're a fan. Just if the Brewers got killed by a plane accident, who would you pick?
Probably the Mariners right now.
Yeah, first who, Callum?
Oh shoot.
Phillies.
Yeah, depends who the Phillies end up playing, but I could go Mariners Phillies,
There's
and
Phillies.
then I would choose Mariners.
I think I'd have to agree with Callum. Mariners have the best pitching in baseball by a good margin. They have deep relievers. They have multiple closers. They have a high rotation, a high lineup.
And that's just defense.
They're the team.
That's
They're
just
the
pitching.
team. The team to beat in the AL. And
Yeah.
for the NL, I'd probably Phillies. Even though Zach Wheeler's out, and that was their ace. That's a big blow. But I don't know. I think it'd go anyway. It's pretty unpredictable. I like the Dodgers, Padres. I like the Brewers. Obviously, can make it, best record in baseball. I like the Phillies. I don't like the Cubs to make it. I don't like the Reds to make it.
Yeah.
I think it could be any of those teams except for the Cubs.
Herb,
or
I
Reds.
appreciate the shout out though.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm just gonna rock with the Brewers. I'm going for the Brewers probably out of all the teams on here.
Big
Yeah,
ups.
I mean, I don't really necessarily love any of these teams that are in the playoffs right now.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I hope the Brewers get swept in the second round.
Yeah, I bet you
think
do.
their fans are obnoxious. Their fans are all of that. It's
I look at the slate for playoffs, and
I hope you do.
You have
I bet you do.
in-division rival with Seattle, so I don't want them to win. Then we have Cubs, who have an annoying fan base, arguably. You have. I don't think
Yeah, talk
the
about an
Tigers.
obnoxious fan base.
I don't think the Tigers should win because they choked away the way that they did in the regular season. I don't think that's. I mean, if they win, it's deserving. But as of right now, I don't like them to win. The Yankees have always pissed me off, just because they're the Yankees. The Red Sox have always pissed me off. There's only a certain amount of teams that I'd be semi happy with winning, and it would be the Padres, the Guardians. The Reds would be cool to see, and then the Brewers. I feel like that's those are the four teams that I'd be okay with seeing the World Series.
yeah. I mean, one of my favorite players in baseball, Tatis. He's on the Padres. I have his jersey. I would love for him to have a fun run.
Yeah, I think the Padres would be cool. I think a Padres Brewers matchup would be fun, but I have Cubs.
And what? Yeah.
All right. Well, you have any
Is that all? Yeah.
input? Yeah, I think that's all we have to touch on right now. We'll go more in depth as the playoffs go on. But yeah, anything else you have to say about the wild card round?
No, I
favorites,
think we're
like that?
good for football.
Okay. So we're gonna go into our takeaways from this last week of college football first. I just kind of have games listed that I kind of wanted to talk about, mainly the games that we picked, and then I have one add-on. I'm gonna go with that add-on first. I think game was amazing, contender for game of the week, as if you're not including Oregon Penn State. FSU Virginia was such a great game. I don't know if y'all both watched it. It was crazy.
Yeah, I
It was
watched
phenomenal.
it.
I didn't watch it till the end. I was at a concert in OKC, but man, Castellanos didn't have a great game. Did y'all see Randy Pittman Jr. had a passing, a rushing, and a receiving
All of them,
touchdown
trifecta.
in one game?
Yeah.
It's insane. It was just a crazy game. That storm of the field, they threw
They
that
just
ball
ran
as soon
over
as it
that
hit the
guy.
ground. That dude, he's gone. What was his name? I forgot his name, but he was laying on the ground, and it was just it combusted. Everyone just
Yeah.
freaking
Everyone
just ran out. He just got
Yeah.
trampled immediately. I was like, oh, I hope he's okay. But yeah, that game was great. I loved it.
I actually have something to say about just college football as a whole this week with what I watched, and it's that we have way too many rushing the field moments.
Okay, I think we've gotten a little bit better about it.
I
I think-
think we are at a place that is not okay with how much we're rushing the field. You'll see a team who's number 24 beat a 21 and they storm the field.
Well, I
And
do
it's
agree with that. I agree
why
that
are we
Illinois
storming
should
the
not
field?
have rushed the field against USC. That kind of pissed me off.
Yeah,
I agree with that
why are
kind
we
of
doing
aspect.
this?
I think if you're an unranked team, who is
Virginia, I don't
heavily.
have a problem with Virginia rushing the field.
Yeah, I think if you're a top 10 team and you're heavily favored and you lose to an unranked team, I think that's means to rush the field. But if you're playing like if you're favorite, even if you're
I'm not
ranked
mistaken,
and it's like a
Arizona
20,
State rushed the field against TCU after they
Did
beat
they?
them. I'm pretty sure. They stormed the field.
I
And I'm
don't
like,
know.
bro,
I
I'm
mean,
your
driving
favorite
that
in the
night.
game.
It's easy to say here, but like if you're a fan, you're in the student section, you're having a great time, you win the close game, you're feeling that adrenaline, you want to rush the
I do
field,
agree
you
with
want to have
that.
fun. It's fun. It's
Yeah, but
college
there's
football. It's part of it.
You beat a 24 and you were favored. Why are we storming the field?
Because you want you want a Big 12, a big matchup to keep your season alive. You want a big game. You're gonna have fun. You're gonna rush the field. It's college.
I see both aspects of this argument because I mean, like, I don't think, in my personal opinion, you should be rushing the field whenever you beat a team that you were favored to win by. But also, I do get the aspect. I get
I
being
agree
a
with
fan.
that.
Yeah.
I'm just
I get-
justifying it.
Yeah. I get being a fan. Like when we beat Auburn, like I wouldn't have been surprised that people rushed the field because of the emotional like game it was against Jackson Arnold. But I don't think that was a game that you should storm the field, which they didn't. I think games like that where you're favored, or even if you're unranked or a lower rank and you win the game, like a top 10 game. If it's like if it's a 3 versus a 6, like kind of like Oregon Penn State, I don't think you should rush the field. Like it's a very close game. It's
rushing the field is more for like you're not going to see
teams that shouldn't
Georgia.
win to team.
You're not going to see
Yeah.
Georgia rush the field. You're not going to see Oregon
Yeah.
rush the field. You're going to see an Iowa State rush the field. You're going to see an Iowa rush the field. Maybe a Mississippi State. You're not going to see these big time programs doing that
Yeah,
because they're used to winning. Simple as that.
Okay, I think we should move on. TCU, ACU. This is a very sore subject for Callum. I'm going to give him in a second to talk about this. He probably doesn't even want to talk about it. I think this game solely knocked Hoover out of a Heisman contender spot. Played absolute garbage. Absolutely terrible.
I agree.
He went a 45.8 QBR in college is hard to do. Terrible.
I will say
zero
the
touchdowns.
one thing I'll say about
Let him
this.
talk. Let him talk. Let him get his point through.
Zero
Okay,
touchdowns,
get your point
3
through.
interceptions, and negative 38 rush yards. What are you doing? Like, holy crap! Like, you know it's a big game. You're ranked now. You're in a situation to make your case for Heisman. You're on a national stage. It's a pretty big game for both teams, I would say. You're playing a pretty good team in Arizona State. If you perform well, you elevate your chances to get Heisman. And he crashed and burned. He played terrible.
The interception at the end is not his. Or it was his fault. That one.
He threw 3.
That one was his fault. No, he threw 2. He threw 2
I
against.
thought he threw.
He threw 2.
No, he threw 2 against Arizona State.
Okay, I got it wrong.
The one at the very end of the game is his fault. He was kind of trying to go for these like, I don't even know, like insane thread the needle throws, right?
Yeah.
Or he'd see his open receiver, but he wouldn't see like the implications that would come with it. Like he didn't see the defender who was right there. He just saw, oh, there's a guy who's technically open. There's no one in front of him.
I mean,
and he would
I
just
understand
fire the
that.
ball. But the first
You get-
pick was not his fault at all. If you go back and watch that, that's on the receiver.
I agree with that. Whenever you're in a close game like this, you get the jitters. You see your open man. You're just gonna fire away without really it's a different thing. He's definitely more pressure was on towards the end of the game. Whenever it's not looking phenomenal. So you do get a little bit more desperate. You enter a kind of a desperation mode, and you throw a little bit more of those risky passes, which is why I think that happened. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, Herb, I will say, you had him 3 interceptions. He had 3 turnovers. He had a fumble too.
3
He
turnovers.
took a lot of bad sacks.
probably what I messed up.
He needs to get the ball out.
The offensive line was bad for TCU,
Callum,
though.
Let me get my point. Let me finish. Like I was about to say,
We're having a conversation.
the O line needs to play better. He needs to get the ball out.
Yep.
It's a 2-way
Yep.
thing. Quarterbacks need to get blamed for sacks too.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. We talked about that last week. I think that it's gotten so common to blame the O-line for every single sack that you give a guy in the 7-8 seconds in the pocket, and then it collapses, of course, because it's inevitably going to happen if you keep the ball in there. Like if you're not getting the ball out, like you see the pressure coming. If there's nothing open, just throw it away.
Just get or
Throw it into the vicinity of a receiver to the
Yeah.
ground. Like
at
that's
least
part of being a quarterback. or make a play. Make a play. Like those are your two options.
Yeah.
I get taking a sack every now and then. If
No,
the
there's
D
definitely
line
good
gets to you
sacks.
in
There's
like
some
2 or
good
3
sacks.
seconds, like I mean, what can you do? But when you're giving like we're gonna touch on this in a little bit. Jackson Arnold, like no pocket presence. Pocket presence is part of being a QB and part of being a good QB, and you see that with a lot of people that, especially like in the past, with I know I'm by Johnny Manziel could sense people whenever the pocket was collapsing, and that's what a lot of his Heisman plays were from. He scrambles out of it. Like
He's an
you
improviser.
can see, yeah,
Playmaker.
yeah, that's what it is. And yeah, Hoover wasn't doing that, and it was partially on the O line too.
Lights were too bright.
Yeah. OSU Washington. I'm only going to say a little bit on this. OSU was held to 7 points in the first half, and they scored those points like 3 minutes left. I knew something similar was going to happen. We talked about it. It was a trap game, and I was kind of getting a little worried for them. I was like, oh crap! Like I checked the score, and Washington was up 3-0 most of the first half, and I was actually kind of getting excited. I was like, this is fun, but I didn't watch the game because there was other stuff on, and yeah. I watched parts of it, but yeah, I mean, not a whole lot to say there. They didn't.
Yeah, I mean, exactly what we expected. Upset watch. OSU comes up top.
Yeah,
What we had
I
going.
mean, yeah. Notre Dame versus Ark. Pittman fired. I know everyone in Arkansas that we're friends with is very excited. I think it was a long time coming. Pittman is not a good college football quarterback, at least for the SEC. I mean, Notre Dame handles business. Carr looked great. A 73% pass percentage, 354 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a 98.1 QBR. I mean, that's really good. And Jeremiah Love with 4 touchdowns. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Best running back in the country.
He played great. Yeah. I mean, if you have anything else to add on to that, I mean, I feel like there's not a whole lot of takeaways. I expected it. I knew the spread was way too low. It was like a 3.5 in Notre Dame. I was like, this isn't happening. Like Chase said, the best 2-loss team in the country.
Yeah, I was about to say that again. Best 2-loss team in the country.
You mentioned Carr's game, right?
Yeah. And I think that Notre Dame does have like Chase also said this last week, they're a top 10 team that shouldn't be ranked top 10. But I think that with their schedule left, they have a very easy shot of making the playoff. Just kind of like, if they go 10-2.
They'll win out. They will win out.
They will win out. I think it's just kind of
that.
I guess it kind of depends on how the rest of the nation plays the rest of the way, which is why it kind of sucks if you're Notre Dame.
Yeah, they don't.
Now it's kind of out of your hand. I mean, it's still in your hands to win out, but even if you do win out, there's still a chance that you don't get in. And
they don't have a hard schedule.
They don't at all. I think they'll definitely win out. LSU Ole Miss. Me and Callum picked Ole Miss. Chase picked LSU, and I said it in the episode we predicted. I don't think Nuss is all that. He didn't play great. They didn't really throw the ball a whole lot. The rush wasn't good for LSU. I think if you're Ole Miss, you rock with Chambliss over Simmons the rest of the way. He played great. I knew it was gonna. I just had a feeling, man. Like I feel like the LSU team at number 4 is very overrated. Everyone's hyping up Nuss to be. I think both teams are overrated, and I'm excited to watch OU play Ole Miss in a little bit, especially if John Mateer is back. I think that'll be a really fun game. But yeah, I think both teams were ranked too high. I think that Ole Miss shouldn't be number. What are they, 4 or 5?
I think they're up to 4. That's a big. That's
an over-ranking.
It's a giant jump. I mean, I guess they did dominate, and you have a team at 4, and if you dominate the number 4 team in the country, it looks like you should be in the top 5, but I think that LSU was so overrated, they're not really putting that into consideration, and they're just kind of looking at it on paper. But yeah, I had a feeling it was going to happen. I think Lane Kiffin's a really good coach, and he coached his team to victory. I think on the contrast, Brian Kelly's not a good coach, and he's screwed LSU over so many times. He has teams that you should be able to make it to a national championship team, and you just can't do that. Like, yeah, that's my. I don't like Brian Kelly at all.
Yeah, I agree. He's a murderer.
Yeah. Auburn. Next game, Auburn A&M. This game. There's been struggles on defense from A&M so far this season, and I'll let y'all talk a little bit more about this because I feel like I've been talking a lot of this. It's what you wanted to see from A&M's defense where you're at so far this season, you limit Jackson Arnold. He played terrible, 50% completion and 125 yards. And Le'Veon Moss and Casey Conception take over. I think Marcel Reed is still overrated. I don't think he's a Heisman front runner in my opinion, and we kind of saw it from this game. But I'll let y'all talk a little bit more about this.
Let me say that Jackson Arnold is not the better quarterback. However,
Really? Wow.
however,
Act
However-
shocked, Herb. Act shocked.
in this game, they had the exact same QBR of 35.1.
So
So
what?
Marcel Reed's clearly not that great either.
No, I'll tell you it was. Neither of them are that great.
But
Arnold's
Jackson
terrible.
Arnold had not a great game. Had a very bad game. The main thing that I just saw in this game is just that Auburn really had a trouble getting the ball downfield and whatnot. Like Herb said, A&M's defense had a pretty good game, and so it's like Auburn had multiple chances to go win this game, where it was like, oh, it's still 10-16, or it's a one-score game. They could just go down and score, and they were just unable to do it. And so it's just a big game for A&M's defense.
I think that A&M's secondary is actually kind of underrated in a sense. Will Lee is a really, really good DB. I
Really,
think
the third? Yeah, he is. Yes, I like him a lot.
He's gonna play on Sundays. I think he they call him the blanket for a reason. He locks down most of his receivers that he's playing against. I don't know. Another big storyline from this game is penalties were a huge aspect of it, and A&M took a lot of them. And I think part of it was kind of they felt kind of sorry for Auburn from what happened against OU, which I'm not going to speak on. But I mean, it was an interesting game to see. I think we're going to talk more. I think there's a very similar game coming in Mississippi State, which we'll talk about on our predictions. But yeah, I'm excited to see what A&M does the rest of the season.
Yeah, in the prediction, we talked about A&M's pass rush and how they're going to have to get to the quarterback, who is Jackson Arnold, and they did. They had 5 sacks, which is above average. It's good. I said
Big
Cassius
time.
Howard had a game. He had a sack. He got to the quarterback.
Yep.
He'll be playing on Sundays as well, and they got it done.
And they a lot of those were late too. They got it. They did it when it needed to happen, and I think that's a really good sign from your A&M defense. I think they're getting better and better as the weeks go on. But yeah, we're gonna hop into the two best games or two of the best games of the week, and we kind of expected going into it. We got Georgia Bama wrong. We all picked Georgia.
Yes.
I'm not
Bama won.
surprised.
I said that
He's for real.
Ty Simpson was the lesser quarterback between the two. I take that back now.
Yeah.
Ty Simpson played really good. I mean, you go into a hostile environment in Athens and get the win. I think Ty Simpson is good. I think it's a redeem from Kalen DeBoer to keep your season alive with Bama. Yeah, man, good for them.
Yeah, so Simpson, he fell off the stat sheet, and he still had so much more he could have gotten. Ryan Williams had a couple drops. Tight end had a couple drops.
Oof.
Touchdowns.
Yep.
It was a bunch of
first
stuff.
drop.
It could have been way more of a deficit for Georgia if that does not become the case. And
Yep.
Ty Simpson, I want to see more, but he's certainly showing up
I
early in
agree.
the season.
Yep.
The fumble was huge for Alabama also,
Yeah. I mean,
because it's only at the end of the day, we all thought Georgia was going to win pretty convincingly, but it was only a 3-score game, so the fumble ends up being pretty big for Bama.
What was it, 3-score
And then-
game? What do you mean?
Bama only won by 3, or not 3 scores, or 3 points. It
3
was a
points.
3-point game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought it was. I mean, I think it was gonna be. We knew it was gonna be close. I mean, Alabama Georgia is always a
Yep.
competitive
Yeah.
game.
yeah, it's a rivalry for sure.
It definitely was gonna be a blowout.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think
Ty
we hop
Simpson had a
into-
great game.
Yeah. I think we hop into my game of the week. It was it was boring at the start. I do agree with that. The second half and overtime was great. I'm gonna go out straight away and say this. I think Dante Moore is the best quarterback in college football from this game, from this week. 75% completion, 248 yards and 3 touchdowns in a hostile whiteout game at Penn State. I mean, dude, you can't ask for a better game from a quarterback. You go out and get the win in overtime. Drew Aller did not play to expectations. I know Chase said he loves Drew Aller. But
Same story.
50% completion, 137 yards. He's not great against ranked teams. That makes him 4-7 against ranked teams. The interception was bad. I mean, I just think that
It was a great play by the safety.
yeah. I think Oregon is the best team in the country. I think we talked about how I said Georgia was my pick to win the national championship last year. I think it changes. I think
It'll change weekly. There's
I
no
think it
main
does change
team.
weekly, and I think right now it is no main team, and that's why I'm excited this season for the playoff. But I think Oregon is the best team as of right now, and you can't not rock with the Heisman favorite right now, Dante Moore.
I think Texas Tech's the team to beat right now.
Big 12, they're gonna win the Big 12.
Who are they playing now this week?
Probably. They'll play Houston.
We'll talk about that in a minute, actually. But yeah, anything else to add on to Oregon, Penn State?
No, I hope Drew Aller figures it out. He could be really good.
I think they'll make playoffs. I think
they'll make the playoffs 100%.
Yeah, it's not a
We'll
detriment to their season at all.
Not at all.
Okay, we'll hop into our NFL takeaways. I'm gonna give y'all a lot more of the floor here. I don't have a whole lot of takeaways. My two main ones, Dak looked elite, and I know that Callum's gonna refute this point. He played insane. He made some throws that an average quarterback would not be able to, and I know Callum's argument is that the
Can we not?
defense
I don't
for
feel
Green
like
Bay
you're
did
right
not play
He
good.
had 4 completions,
and,
more than 10 yards.
See, that's just false, by the way. That's just false. It's literally
yeah.
false.
I think that ties are
What,
dumb.
it's
I don't
5?
think-
Like,
All right, bet. I got you then. I
think
no,
they should-
I mean, we don't.
No, we can do it.
I don't. Okay, all right.
No, we can do it.
Why
think
are we
they should
starting on Sunday Night Football also?
I just say my takeaways.
is-
I'm gonna let y'all.
Yeah,
I'm
these
gonna
are
let y'all
takeaways.
go. I think ties are stupid. I think that they should implement college football overtime rules into the NFL. It's more fun to
I agree.
watch. I think it would have made this game a contender for game of the year if they played in overtime like that. Like that, it was a shootout game, and I didn't expect that at all. And my other take from the game from this week is the Lions are my NFC team now. Like I think not my NFC team that I'm going for, the NFC team that I think is going to make it to the Super Bowl. They looked absolutely elite. I mean, you put up 34 points against the best team or the best defense in the country. I think Aiden Hutchinson's so good. I think with him just that alone elevates the defense for them. And you saw that last year when he was hurt, and that was a partial reason that their season ended. I like them to win the Super Bowl. But yeah, y'all go ahead with yours.
Yeah, one thing about the overtime thing, I disagree with changing overtime. I think that would inflate stats so much, like it does in college. It would just completely overturn everything. It would.
Yeah,
I don't.
I see that point.
And then say an MVP race, you got Josh Allen has five more touchdowns, but he played in 3 overtime games, and Lamar Jackson had 0. It's just he played more time.
Well, but if
it's
they're
just not
2-point
there.
conversions, do they count as touchdowns?
What?
Well, if it was a college rule, then they would implement the 2-point conversions, not touchdowns.
At some point, but it's the first 2 drives are still they count as touchdowns.
Yeah,
But that's
I
how
do
we
say-
already have it, though.
Yeah, I know, but it's basically one extra drive compared to college football's multiple drives.
I do. See
I think the
your point.
NFL should implement the 2-point conversions, though. I also think that Matt LaFleur should figure out time management.
Which
That
should have
was on
lost in the
Jordan
game.
Love. That was on Jordan Love.
No.
I think that was on Jordan.
Matt LaFleur is one of the worst coaches in the league in terms of clock management.
Jordan Love could have stopped that.
No, that's the quarterback's job. They run 2-minute drills in practice. That's Jordan Love's job to.
So you want him to go
He
spike
almost
the ball?
He
So what?
holds on
LaFleur's
the
the one
ball for
calling
one
the
more
plays.
second. The game's over.
Yeah, I know. I think they still
I
should have
mean-
taken a shot, but
I mean, you get there and you spike it. You have time to take a shot. But like I said,
yeah.
Jordan Love didn't
Which-
do that.
But I'm saying there's an incompletion. They still had 1 second. They chose to kick and take the tie. I think we should have snapped the ball and just
Gone
gone
for
for a
it?
shot.
That-
Yeah,
that,
and if
that
we
one
lose, we
second
lose.
was a little generous. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but they could have easily let that run out from that risky risky call to take a shot to the end zone.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand why. I thought it was stupid before and after. Even if you got the touchdown, it's a stupid decision.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, we can start from the top.
Vikings Steelers.
That was the doubling game, right?
Yeah, both of y'all took the Vikings, I think.
Yeah.
Vikings are the better team. The Steelers came out on top. Wentz had 2 interceptions that were pretty costly early in the game, and they couldn't quite make their way back.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm a little nervous for them going into this next week because they're still traveling. Aren't they playing in London this week again?
Yeah, but they're staying in London. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I don't have a whole lot to take away from that game. It was.
I mean, I didn't learn anything new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How it's going. Next game, Philly and Tampa Bay.
DK looked really good. He had that crazy play.
I told him to sit him, and it was just wrong. He's got like 25 points on fantasy. I was like, oh shit.
He was the highest graded receiver.
Yeah.
For week 4.
Sorry.
Commanders Falcons, is that the next one?
It's a Buccaneers Philly.
Bucks Philly, I was really sad. I think Baker elevates this team a lot.
That was a 3 p.m. game, right? Or no?
I
mean, whatever.
Just talk. You just talk about this.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, continued Eagles are boring to watch. It's kind of annoying. Did they tush push at all?
I'm sure.
Yeah,
I was only watching on Red Zone, so I didn't see every play. But
they ran a fake tush push that went for a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't know if they actually tush pushed.
I think they did a time or two, because I would assume so.
I mean, it's Philly. I think Baker's still so good. I think he's the top 3 quarterback in the NFC right now. Alongside Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott, I think that those are the big.
No, It's
Jalen Hurts had 130 yards.
The top 4 right now.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Top 4 are Dak, Stafford, Baker, and Love. Those are the top 4 in the NFC. Yeah.
I don't know. I think I guess right now. I guess whenever I'm more thinking about whenever Jalen Hurts gets hot. I mean, that's a separate thing. But I guess right now, if we're talking right now, so far in the season, then yeah, I agree with you, Chase.
Well, I don't want to discredit Hurts, but he is perfect situation. It's like he's a winner.
I mean, I'm all for discrediting Hurts.
He didn't play good in the second half.
He fits that team around him perfectly. He has a success there, but he wouldn't have that success anywhere else.
Yeah. I think perfect. AJ Brown wants out of Philly. I think he's playing so bad, and I don't think.
No, it's not his play. It's the scheme. It's not receiver friendly.
Yeah, so I'm saying I think he wants out of it because of the way. I think partially because of how Jalen Hurts is playing. I don't know. It's making me mad. It's on my fantasy team.
It's not even Jalen Hurts' fault. It's the coach is run heavy and does. I mean, you saw Jalen Hurts last week against the Rams when they had to throw it. He delivered. He made big time throws and they came back and won the game.
Did you guys see the rush from Baker? He had this one rush in like the third quarter or something where he broke like 3 defenders and fought for a first down. It was kind of incredible.
That's just how he is.
He does that a lot.
He's so good.
He's
good
at
it was pretty. And then he still had 283 yards, but he did throw a pick.
It was a bad pick too. Very bad pick.
So
it was in the red zone.
And they end up losing by 6. So.
Mm-hmm. But you can't put all the blame on that. I mean,
I'm not blaming it on that. I'm just saying that.
I mean, it definitely plays a factor. You have a bad pick. I mean, it kind of can turn the table, and you know that as a quarterback. But I mean, he still looked great. I will always love him. I'm hoping for Buccaneers. Good rest of the way. You know. Yeah.
Yeah. Next game we have. Who do we have? We got the Chargers Giants upset of the week.
Chargers Giants. Malik Neighbors out for the season. Malik Neighbors is gone. That is a huge blow. Like, that is insane. It was a surprising game for sure. I didn't really get to watch it a whole lot. I was doing stuff on Sunday, but I don't think Jackson. They didn't even really throw the ball that much. Jackson Dart rushed for like 50.
He looked really good in the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's more of the first drive. Honestly, not even the first quarter. It looks like he played good because they won, but nothing special, honestly. They just played a dirty brand of football. They ran the ball a lot with Kim Scadaboo. 25 carries. They just played They relied. They only won because of Herbert. They didn't win the game. The Chargers lost the game. Herbert made too
Two
many
picks.
mistakes. So simple as that.
Yeah.
Right?
Next
Yeah.
game, Patriots blow out the Panthers. I expect it.
I mean,
I
we all
like the
expected
Patriots
it.
a lot.
Yeah, I picked the Patriots, but this game is kind of weird just because the Panthers beat Atlanta by 30-0 the week before, and then
That
they
was a-
go
that was a
to
fluke.
play the Patriots and they lose by 30, almost 29. But
Mhm.
I picked the Patriots. I think the Patriots are obviously the better team here, but it was just kind of I didn't expect them to win by as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're better quarterback, better talent, better defense, better coach. They're outmatched on every phase of the game, and they came out on top. Next, y'all overthunk the Texans Titans. That was pretty clear the Texans were going to win this game.
Yeah.
The
There's no
Titans'
way.
offense is so
There's
abysmal.
no way a rookie quarterback was going to move the ball against
took
one of
the
the best
Texans.
defense. I mean, you changed last second. You
I was
said
I was the only one that did you?
No.
Whatever.
Callum said he was going to take the Titans, but then he switched.
Yeah. I mean, even in the press conference, they were like, "Yeah, we're just like we're just terrible."
Yeah, Cam
Like,
Ward.
they was literally just saying that, like
He
straight
was
up.
like,
And I was like, I mean,
we just ass.
I was like, I mean,
You said it
tell
right
it how
now.
it is, I guess.
Yeah.
We are right
Yeah,
now.
right now, I mean, yeah, it's like adding "yet" to the end of your sentence, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That,
Yeah, nothing to go over there. Just domination. Yeah. Lions Browns. Lions make
I
a
already
fool
touched
of the
on
Browns
this.
of the Browns defense.
Yeah,
And
I think they're so good. I don't think it's
You think-
discrediting
you- you like the
Browns,
Lions?
like, I love the Lions, man, and I don't know. I think Goff didn't have a great game, but they still played pretty solid. I mean, I don't know. I'm more intent on this defense. This defense is like, it's great. I don't know. I think that they're gonna. I think they're gonna.
Dan Campbell's a good coach.
I think that's gonna be a sole. I think that's gonna be a sole reason they make it far in the playoffs.
I think it's
As long
less
as Hutch can stay healthy.
of the Lions defense being good and the Browns offense, specifically quarterback, just not
but I'm
really.
not
They,
even-
they don't really have
No,
anything
he's
yet.
talking
They're
about
like,
the team as a whole. And,
I'm
and
not
his
even talking
opinion
about
isn't
just
formed
this
just because of
week.
this game. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about just this week. They played really good the week before that against who did they play? It's been all season.
The Bears. They
they've
won
been
like
forced,
50,
yeah,
they dropped 52.
they've been forcing
was the Lions
turnovers.
defense
They've
that
been
impressive though?
they played
When?
who did they play?
This past week,
Was it Ravens?
I know they
It
had
was
two
Ravens.
picks, but
He
Right,
just
was it
said
they
that
played the Ravens
his
earlier
opinion
this year,
isn't
right?
just because of this week.
I know he's not just talking about this week. But we're talking about this game. I'm still just talking about this game. And it's
I mean,
it's
10
just
points is 10 points.
yeah, but the Cleveland's almost like a quarterback away, or a little bit more than that. They maybe need some more offensive weapons, but I mean Flacco's clearly not that guy. But like their defense, they gave up 34 points. But if you like in the first half, it didn't really feel like it was. It felt closer than I guess it was until the second half. The Lions don't, really go ahead and take the step and separate the game until the fourth quarter. They didn't score at all in the third quarter. And so obviously 34 points is 34 points, but it's still Cleveland's defense still looks very, very good, and the Browns just don't really have any offense.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
I'm not. Yeah,
still, holding a team.
I agree with this game. You're holding a team to 10 points, and it's still an NFL team. And like you said, they're a quarterback away, but that means they still have like. I'm not just taking away from this week. The defense has played good so far this year. I think they're doing. I think they lead the league in turnovers, right? Don't they? Or they're high up there at least. They're really good in the sack territory. They have a really good pass rusher in Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're just a good defense.
You think he's top 5 edge rusher?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's not as good as you think. I mean, there's Micah, there's Garrett, there's Max Crosby.
Miles Garrett's my number one.
He's mine too. Then he's Nick Bosa. There's Hutchinson. There's Nick Bonita from the Broncos. He's made a name for himself. I think Hutchinson is 5, maybe 4 max. I think the top 3 is set in Micah, Garrett, and T.J. Watt, and then Crosby in the outside.
What about Rashawn Gary?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I don't know if he still leads the league in sacks because he didn't get one. But
All right. Next game.
If that's the case, Trey Hendrickson's the best player in the league. He led the league in sacks last year.
he had a great year. He probably could have won.
Garrett deserved it. See, the thing with Garrett is he's elite rushing the passer. He's elite stopping the run. He's just the full thing. He's the best defensive players. I mean, I guess Aaron Donald. Besides Aaron Donald of our generation.
And Von Miller.
All right,
Miller's up there.
let's move on to Commanders at Falcons. Talk about that.
Mariota's playing elite. Mariota has stepped in the role and he's played great. They lost. But Mariota
I didn't write a
has been
whole
playing
lot
good.
down for this game. I don't think I even wrote anything down. Period. But
This game was kind of surprising to me. I mean, obviously, you're without Jaden Daniels. And if I'm not mistaken, Scary Terry didn't play.
Yeah, and you
And
tried to
so-
offer me Terry McLaurin for Ramadunze.
I did try not for that.
Oh yeah, we didn't cover Sexy Dexy's interception for the Giants.
Yeah,
That was insane.
That was awesome. Yeah.
That was funny.
He almost got a pick six. That was.
But yeah, Mariota
plan.
had a good game. But the Falcons, 34 points. Again,
Yeah.
they scored 30 last week. They lost.
That's such an outlier game. You can't because they have one of the best offensive weapons we've seen.
Their
Adrian
right back.
Robinson's so good. Drake London's
You
good.
almost-
Kyle Pitts is unironically a good player. They have a good running game behind
Jones.
Bijan with Tyler Algier. Darnell Mooney, I like.
They're 2-2 though.
They just
You
need
almost
Michael
feel
Penix.
like they're a worse 2-2 team, maybe.
Okay.
Who?
Okay,
Sorry?
you're discrediting the Falcons. They have a solid
The
team.
Falcons.
They need Penix to play better than he did
Yeah.
last week against the Panthers.
Yeah.
That was an outlier game.
I agree.
Their biggest flaw they had last year, they covered that with 2 pass rushers in the NFL draft. They took Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr., who have helped their pass rush so much that if Michael Penix balls, they could win the division from the Bucks.
Yeah.
If that's a big if. Obviously,
Yeah.
but
Herb,
Yeah.
you don't have anything about this?
Not really. No.
All right, we can go to Saints at Bills.
yeah,
I mean, I guess they
closer than
played-
most
it was
expected.
It
Yeah.
was closer than I expected it to be. Yeah, I thought the Bills were gonna score more. They didn't.
Yeah.
Spencer Rattler was 18 for 27,
Oh, you legend.
so more.
Yeah, I mean, I think completion percentage can be a little flawed stat. I mean, because you need because Jalen Hurts leads the league in it, and it's literally just like screens or a little curl route. I mean, you got to see some context because I'm taking a gunslinger going 15 of 30 with touchdowns and maybe an interception, then Jalen Hurts going 15 of
Baker.
17 with I'm taking exactly. That's a good thought. I'm taking Baker, who has way worse completion percentage than Jalen Hurts, who has like 90% on the year. And but
Yeah.
back to the game. Josh Allen played the worst
Josh
game of the
Allen
season.
had a pick.
He still played solid, but worst game of the season, which doesn't say much because he's played really good this whole year. But I mean, they still won by 12. We're acting like it was a 1-point
Yeah.
game. They
James
won 2
Cook,
scores.
22 carries, 117 yards, and a touchdown.
It's
a pretty good
player.
game.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
For sure. Not much to tap on there. We expected the Bills win.
Yeah.
Then, my Jags, baby. 26-21 over the Niners.
Yeah.
Duval, baby. T-Law.
Duval.
It was a good. The end of the game was good. I was watching Red Zone then. Yeah, I mean,
See,
I
Travis
thought
Etienne,
they
that's
were gonna come back and
fascinating.
win.
He had a bad year. I thought he was done after last year because that's how running backs are. He's completely back. They traded
Yep.
Tank Bigsby after week 1 and gave him the keys to the offense, and he's turning out. He's balling.
Yeah. I don't have much to say about that game, really, because I didn't really see much of that game. I was kind of just watching it on ESPN app. But I did pick the Jags. I am. Yeah. Should we
They have
go
so much
to-
potential. One second. The Jags have so much potential. They have number 1 pick quarterback, gunslinger. They have 2 elite talents at wide receiver, good running back, one of the best offensive minds as a head coach. And yeah, I think they will win the division.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm really excited to talk about this next game. Colts at Rams. Rams win, but 27-20, and it took last second interception from
Mhm.
uh, Daniel Jones to really win them this game. This game to me shows that the Colts kind of are legit because they were 3-0, and it was like, okay, well, are they just early season, playing really well, or are they actually good? And they don't win this game, but they make it a game. They hang in there with the Rams the entire game, all the way to the end. And yeah, the Rams are the better team. The Rams probably did deserve to win, and obviously have a great coach, great offense. But it just shows, the Colts might actually be legit right now this year.
I mean, they're a good team, and it was just all up to if Steichen could turn Daniel Jones into a competent quarterback, and he did, even though he threw 2 picks. But another thing on that game, Puka Nacua is the early season Offensive Player of the Year. He's
Yes.
a dog. He's one of the best after the catch I've ever seen. He's really. I can't believe he fell to the 5th round a couple of years ago. I didn't even know his name coming out of the football season. I'm should have been locked in. I don't know.
They get Devontae Adams, and he's clearly the wide receiver too there. Like, Puka
Well,
is just...
Well, that was known. Puka
I
was.
mean, you could say, yeah, Puka's really good, but Devontae's like an established, very
But
good receiver.
But Devontae's also declining. Puka is ascending
On the
right
come
now.
up, yeah.
And,
But Devontae's still at a tud.
yeah, Mm, good player. Probably
And
wide receiver 2s for sure. Top 5. See, that would have to be a different conversation. But I think
Yeah,
he's definitely
but
top 5. They're one of the best
Puka
tandems in the
Nacua,
league.
13 receptions, 170 yards, and a touchdown. And like you said, is after the catch, just very lead. And they could put him on those, jet sweeps and whatnot, and he just explodes down the sideline. So, yeah.
I mean,
Herb, do you have anything?
I have one more thing. The one thing I don't like is Puka Nacua. Same
Thought
player
you
as
loved
Michael
him.
Thomas. What?
You don't like Puka
When did
Nacua?
I say I didn't?
No, I'm making a joke. Okay, go ahead. You said one thing I don't like is Puka Nacua. Go ahead.
You go.
Like I completely lost my thought now because I got rudely
You
interrupted.
said Michael Irving.
No, I did not. I said Puka Nacua. What I don't like about this, he's getting so much love. Same player as Michael Thomas.
Oh,
Michael Thomas is one of the most overhated seasons of the century. Slant boy, Nacua runs 5-yard digs all game. Nothing wrong with that, but like it's the same thing. I mean,
Yep.
I just had to put it out there.
well,
Slant-
Michael
love you,
Thomas
Slant Boy.
was Slant Boy.
Then why don't you call Puka Nacua Dig Boy? Or Curl
'Cause-
Boy? Or Screen Boy? Or Jet Sweep Boy?
Because he gets production after the catch.
Michael Thomas had like 1,800 yards. Is that not production?
I mean, I guess you could say it is, but I don't know. Puka Nacua is more exciting to watch.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not saying someone's better than the other. I'm just saying he needs your respect too. All right, moving on.
Herb was kind of disconnected. Did you
Oh,
have
my
any
bad.
thoughts about Colts Rams?
Not really. I'm disappointed. I mean, I picked the Colts. This week is not good for me at all.
Yeah, but it shows they're a good team.
Yeah, it shows they are. I think they are better than people expected them to be. This is our Colts. This is our
Our
team.
team,
We
we
bleed
bleed
blue.
blue.
Yeah.
Our
Ooh.
Colts were the winner.
Let's go to Ravens at
We
Chiefs.
love you.
Ravens.
Oh, I don't even, man.
Chase said this before. I'm going to
Yeah.
say this. I'll give him his credit. That the Ravens are probably the best 1-3 team of all time. Like, they just keep getting
Yeah.
so unlucky with these
See,
games.
I said that, but like, I'm changing my
You
opinion
can't
a
make
little
the-
bit.
Yeah,
It's not all about luck,
defense.
but-
That defense is not good right now. It's very
you
bad.
can't make the excuse that Lamar Jackson got hurt and that's why they lost the game because they were down 27 to
Well,
10.
they're beat up all
whenever
over the
he
place.
left the game.
Their best
Yeah, I
offensive
mean-
lineman's out. Roquan Smith was out. Jair Alexander's a healthy scratch. I guess he's just not good anymore or something. Kyle Hamilton's the only person that is like healthy and playing from stardom over there. And yeah, I don't know. Now, also, Chiefs, Mahomes, when he gets back, Worthy and Rasheed Rice, it's he's back to his gunslinger days. They don't have a run game, so they're going to need him to air it out. And I think they'll finish the season with like 11, 12 wins, and no one will want to see them in the playoffs.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I will not want to see them in the playoffs.
Yep. All right.
Bears Raiders. Bears win by 1.
Hey,
That pissed me
picked it.
off.
I picked it.
It was
I think
Geno Smith is one of my most disappointing players this season. He's completely fell off a
didn't play a
cliff
good
from when he
game
was
at
at
all.
Seattle. And Genty finally had his breakout, like we all knew he could be. I mean, it's,
Yeah. GT.
He wrote him off again, but this time he wrote back. Right, guys?
All right. I don't know. I agree with Chase though. He's already said this. I think that Caleb Williams can be a top like 7 quarterback.
oh,
in
he was
the
the
league.
number one
And
pick in the league for a reason. I'm gonna let that be known. He just needs.
and
he will be good, and I can assure you that.
I know Callum doesn't
I don't know
like
if-
that at
I'll
all.
assure you the opposite.
And it's a little bit of bias talking.
I mean-
but I mean, I don't know. I think that Caleb Williams is their guy, is their quarterback.
He will be.
Geno Smith, yeah, like Chase said, the 3 picks, it's just like terrible game from Geno, and it's still they
agree.
still lose by 1. Ginty, though, 21 carries, 138 yards, and a touchdown.
Yep.
He was my start of the week.
Well,
if you
I'm gonna say
remember.
one thing. He was a first round pick in a fantasy draft and the NFL draft. It's not like some starts and sits should be like some teeter tottering.
Well,
stuff.
DK Metcalf is probably on a lot of people's teams. It's not like he's going to be a free agent. That was Herb's sit.
No, that's valid. I mean, he was like a 5th, 6th round pick in fantasy, but Genty was like late first round, very early second round. It's just little duh.
Yeah. Yeah.
They had a great game.
He did have a great game.
Yeah.
He had finally his big play potential broke out and had that 65-yard touchdown.
He also had 2 receiving touchdowns.
Yeah, he
Yep.
did. That's another underrated aspect of his game. That and pass protection.
Yeah.
So he probably had a lot of fantasy points.
He had like 30 or something like that.
Yeah. All right. Is
I
there
don't
any other
even
games?
want. No, besides the tie, but I don't even want to talk about it.
Let's talk about it. By the way, I gotta say something. Sunday Night Football, the broadcast, you gotta do better, man. Micah Parsons' trade got mentioned
100 times.
at least 100 times. Like, okay, they had these
Holy
little
crap,
cinematic
man.
things of it. They had Jerry sit down in his office talk about it. They had Micah talk about it in some like media day thing.
It was
Like,
like,
what are we doing, bro?
say your name, your college, and your new
Exactly.
team. And it
Like,
was
what-
like
come on,
Micah
dude.
Parsons, Penn State, Green Bay Packers. And I was like, dude, like, we get it, bro. We
that
get
was
it, bro. Yo, wait, did Micah get traded to
I
the
was like,
Packers?
what? You got traded?
Wait,
I was like, what?
Yeah, what? I didn't
Like, all right.
realize.
Thing, takeaways from the game.
I didn't
Dobbs
have to
had a-
see any of this because I was there. So
Yeah,
I
Dobbs
guess
had
that's
a hat
unfortunate.
trick. He had a fade. He had a slant. I forget what his third one was. What was Dobbs? Dobbs had a fade. Dobbs had a slant. What else? Did he
I
have?
want to say it was
Was it just another crossing route?
another crossing route. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, secondary played bad again. Diggs had a good game. Blaine had a bad game. Brady Stewart had a bad game. Kyrie Elam had a bad game. Hooker had a meh game. Donovan Wilson had a bad game. Linebackers are terrible. When we get DeMarvion Overshown back, he's a Texas guy, but you know he's good, right, Herb? When we get him back, he's a stud. He's gonna elevate the defense, not to where we want to be, but it'll definitely be better. Because Jack Sanborn, linebacker we have now, he's so slow. He's terrible. And Kenneth Murray, he's fast. He's athletic. He's a nut. Like, he doesn't know what he's doing on the field. You need him to play better.
I don't know.
Elite quarterback games. One second.
Yeah.
Elite quarterback games from Love and Dak. It was great. It was fun. I wish I was a neutral fan, man. That would have been such a fun game to watch.
It was a very fun game.
Well, the neutral fans were kind of just upset that it ended in a tie,
in a tie.
just
At
like
that point,
us.
yeah,
Still-
but like in the middle of the game.
It was still a shootout.
That's
man.
like
It was a
that's
good
like
game.
game of the year contender already, and then it just ends in a tie.
That's what, like I said, I feel like if it wouldn't have been in a tie, it would have been game of the year. It was a really fun game to watch. I loved it.
Another thing,
I'm a
man.
Dak Prescott. I don't love Dak Prescott. I don't think he's a playoff winner, but you can't really deny regular season Dak Prescott. That's my opinion.
And another thing is George Pickens is as advertised. he could be. He's one of the most talented receivers in the league.
I love George
He's
Pickens.
he's damn good. And as a wide
George
receiver
Pickens and
too.
Braden Aubrey, bro. Well, they're my two favorite Cowboys right now.
Our
Yeah,
secondary is also Swiss cheese.
Dude, whenever the Cowboys picked up George Pickens, it revived my happiness for this team because
can I
I
say one
think George
thing?
Pickens is still fun to
Yeah,
watch.
I agree, Herb.
I know last time I said number one defense in the
No,
league.
not even that. I said you can't be the number one defense without a flaw. I said their secondary was flawed, and you said no. You said no.
Yeah, you're right.
So
The biggest thing in the game though is the Great Wall of Tyler, bro. Like
well,
the Dallas Cowboys offensive line played out of their minds. Like is the truth. Dak's not
well-
under pressure for 30 of his 40 passing attempts. They protected the quarterback. They did their job all night. To
let me say
an
something.
exemplary
The
level.
Great Wall of Tyler. Two of the Tylers were out with injury.
There's two Tylers still.
Tyler Booker was out. Tyler Guyton was out.
They introduced two Tylers.
Tyler Guyton got concussed halfway through the game.
Crap,
Before-
bro. Well, their
They had three
their
backups in the
offensive
game.
line
Hell,
was
four.
great. Their offensive line played amazing.
Actually, not that amazing, man. Not that amazing. Dak Prescott made them look amazing. Michael Parsons had the best game of the season. He had like damn near 95 PFF grade. He had 8 pressures. He had a sack, teeter-tottery sack, but it was a game-altering sack or play. Just
Yeah,
tackle.
it was a game-altering play.
It was. It was by no means did them play out of their minds. See, Guyton got beat many times. Steele got beat. Hell, our all-pro left guard got
Dak
beat
had
many
like
times.
no pressure in his face, like at all.
See,
Ever.
that is just blatantly false, Callum.
It's just
Yeah.
not.
All right, bro.
He's under pressure. He's under pressure 10 of his passing attempts.
It was actually 14. That was wrong. It was 14, and with that's like a 35% pressure rate. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Every
35%
time
pressure rate.
Dak would snap the ball, and I was sitting in my seat watching it, and I would watch our defensive line, and they would basically get nowhere, like every single time, over and over and over again. And we have one sack, and like you said, it was the teeter-tottery sack. Besides that, Dak doesn't go down at all.
Well,
There's no big
no.
sack, big turnover,
Yeah,
nothing.
you wanna know why?
Because
You wanna know why?
Because Dak has a million years to throw, and his line's protecting
you
him.
wanna know why he doesn't get sacked? Because he gets the ball out. He gets the easy read. He gets the ball out. You want to talk about the dump offs? It's because, oh shit, Micah Parsons coming around the edge. I gotta get the ball out. Ferguson, where are you at? Javonte Williams, where are you at? You gotta get the ball out. That's what a good
He
quarterback
gets the ball out, and then it's 4 yards, 4 yards, 4 yards. It was almost like watching an Eagles offense.
What about the Pickens 30-yard grab? What about the Tolbert 40-yard grab? What about the Pickens other 30-yard touchdown grab?
Our secondary,
No,
Keyshawn Nixon doesn't want to play the game.
Are they
Carrington
dump
Valentine
offs?
sucks.
Are they dump offs? Or is
He
it the
had
secondary?
like 5 throws more than 10 yards.
He had
So we
8
can-
of them. He had, okay,
we can
he had-
use
he
a
had-
few of these examples.
Listen. He had 8 completions with 10 plus air yards, which is a lot. He had way more than 8 if you count Yak too. It's just like your stuff, your opinions is just like they're just false. It's objectively. He had 5 over 10. No, he had 8. That's almost
The
double.
story of the game of the Cowboys getting downfield, though, was they were like slow and steady the whole way. They would just 4 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards. And I'm not bashing that because it worked. Clearly, they're able to get downfield and score a touchdown. You don't get mad at them for scoring, but it's not anything like crazy special because they had great blocking and they had great line play.
Okay, so if it's 3 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards, how did he have 320 touchdowns and 320 yards and 4 touchdowns?
He had 319 yards and 3 touchdowns.
300. He had 4 touchdowns.
Was one of them rushing?
Yes.
I would explain that. I mean, because when they get downfield, they're still right there in the red zone. He could still pass for the touchdown. But their way getting downfield wasn't the same.
He had a 15-yard touchdown, a 30-yard touchdown, 10-yard touchdown. I mean, that's not like you're throwing a screen at the 1-yard line.
2 of those are in the red zone.
Yeah, red zone offense is a big part of being a quarterback, Callum.
Yeah, I'm not hating on Dak or hating on anything.
Yeah,
they
it's
just
kind of hard
had
to. It's just like
they just had great line play, and they were slow and steady down the field.
Yes. Look at those 2 green helmets right in front of Dak having the play of overtime to Jaden Tolbert. Is that no pressure?
That's one play, dude.
All right, next one.
He's gonna
Another
throw.
one.
He's gonna show 5 pictures
Two more.
that show that Dak had
Should we do
pressure
another one?
5 times.
Yeah,
That's
14. Okay, and Callum, even if they so do you
14
think
of 40.
listen. That's a big pressure rate, by the way. If they had more pressures, do you think y'all would win the game?
If we were able to get Dak
Say
down
no-
and sack
say-
him, yes.
say- No, I say pressures because them not sacking Dak is because of Dak and how good he was. If they had 20 pressures, do they win the game?
Like
Just answer
20
that.
out of the 40 times he's under pressure.
Just say more than they had. Do you think they win the game?
If it's a little bit more than
Just answer the question. Just answer the question. Let's say a good amount extra, more pressures,
Yes.
because Dak was like 13 to 14 under pressure. So what would more pressures do? He was absolutely picking the defense apart.
It would
even
make him
when under
eventually
pressure.
make a mistake.
See, that's just not. He hasn't made a mistake all year.
Hold onto the ball too long and go down.
See, that's the thing. He didn't hold on the ball too long. That's what made him so great. He was so decisive. He made one bad throw, and that was on a crossing route to Jalen Tolbert. They still scored that drive. He was
And his
unbelievable.
receivers are wide open every single time.
No,
Just
they're
over and over
not.
and over again. They were.
So you're saying your defense sucks?
Yes.
Okay, so you had a number one a week ago. How does your mind change all of a sudden after 1 week? So the Packers are overhyped and not as good as they're supposed to be.
Watch the play. They played horribly in this game. I mean, clearly so did Dallas. Both teams score 40 points offensively.
because Dallas just sucks. The Dallas defense just sucks. Packers are a good offense. They got picked apart by Dak Prescott. That's the bottom line.
We had a bad defensive game. It looked like Joe Barry was our defensive coordinator
Dak
again.
made them look bad.
And I don't know what to tell you.
Dak made them look
if
bad.
you put Kyler Murray in the game last night, he does the exact same thing that Dak
That's not
Prescott
true.
does.
Kyler Murray has a problem with holding the ball too long and not being quick.
Dak wasn't bad. He wasn't like there's nothing against him. I'm not hating on Dak at all. Dak didn't do anything elite or crazy.
Yeah, he did.
Dak did what he was supposed to do. He did his job. He did it well.
That's just
he was
not true.
completely set up for victory by our defensive having a bad game
so
and the Cowboys offense
nothing.
offensive line being great.
He did nothing special. What about that toe drag swag on the sideline of Tolbert? Like we
Yeah,
just talked
that was.
about.
I watched that live. I don't know if you could see
That's
this on
special?
the broadcast.
Yeah, the quarterback could do nothing. I know we're gonna bring up the quarterback just stood there. He couldn't do anything about it. He was way behind.
But he didn't even try and play the ball.
He couldn't because Dak plays it so perfectly. He couldn't do anything with it.
He's running and he turns around and he just stops.
All right, the score was 13-2. Sideline grabbed George Pickens, perfect ball. Is that the O-line with the dude in his face, or is that Dak Prescott dropping a dime and getting them back into the game?
I can't visualize that play.
Okay, so you don't know what happened in the game and you have an opinion in the conversation.
Yes, I do know what happened in the game. I was there.
You just said you don't know what happened. All right, next topic.
I can't visualize
Next
that
topic.
specific play you're talking
Next
about.
topic. Next topic.
All right.
What we got next?
Well, I think we're just gonna move on to. I think we could hit with the fantasy segment real quick. I don't know if Chase has any bets for the week.
I'll get that on Friday.
Yeah,
I'll give them on Friday.
We could. But we have the start/sits for the week. Yeah.
Today.
Are we doing? Is this a separate
We could
episode?
just start sits on Friday
Okay.
also
I think
because
they're
it's
doing
right
Friday.
before
Okay.
this the week play starts.
All
We,
right.
we can talk about Monday
I
night
think-
if we want.
tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we
Snooze
got.
fest. You will not catch
We
me
do have
watching
snooze
news.
There's
fest.
two.
I mean, like we kind of already predicted them. I have the Dolphins beating the Jets just because the Jets are just not great. I think that I don't think either team is great. I think they're just gonna shove the run up the middle over and over and over. It's gonna be a boring game. It's just gonna be a clock running game. Devon
Actually-
A-Chain, watch out. He's gonna put up 30 points
Give me
this
the
week in
Jets.
fantasy.
Though.
I think it actually. I don't know if it might be ugly. I don't think it'll be boring. I mean, Justin Fields can use his legs. Tyreek Hill,
can see that.
A-Chain, Jalen Waddle, these electric fast receivers. I mean,
Yeah.
they have Garrett Wilson. He's one of the best contested catches in the league. We got Brees Hall. They have a bunch of skill position that can make it exciting, even though it doesn't mean anything. About throwing three, it'll be exciting.
I think it'll definitely be I think it'll be a closer game than Bengals Broncos will be.
Broncos are
I
going
think
to win.
because Joe Burrow's out. I'm excited to see how Bo Nix plays because he's kind of struggled, and I know Chase doesn't think that Bo Nix is all that, and I'm
10
not
years of
necessarily
mediocrity.
I'm not necessarily going to refute that.
Yeah, I mean neither.
I think that, but I do think yeah, you're playing a Burrow-less Cincinnati Bengals team. I think they're gonna get after it.
Denver will win. They have
I
one of
think
the
it'll
best
be a pretty
defenses in the
easy win.
league.
Yeah,
They'll. I don't see Cincinnati. I mean, they have one
yeah,
of the best weapons, the best wide receiver duo in the league.
mm,
I think they could get
yeah,
something done, but it's highly unlikely.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a whole lot to touch on it. I mean, we kind of already gave our predictions. Um, it's coming up pretty soon, 6 o'clock right now. Um, but yeah, I mean, we'll touch base on it next week. And yeah, we'll give our opinions on it when we can. Um, I don't have anything else written down to talk about. Do y'all?
I
No,
mean,
I don't have anything else to say, but if
uh,
people watching, let us know if you agree with our MLB picks or uh, our reactions to the NFL games.
Yeah.
as you say, I got my second start at quarterback tonight, 10:30 late night in a row, 7-on-7, baby.
Hey, locked in. Here
I
we
see
go.
last game we lost by 2, heartbreak.
300 yards
I had
incoming.
4
Chase
touchdowns,
Tidwell.
2 picks. I will
Wow.
turn that
Ooh,
around. No pick, but
yeah.
I'm a
No
gunslinger,
picks.
man. I'm like a Brett Favre. I'm like a Brett
Yeah.
Favre. I'm a dog.
Favre. I mean,
But yeah,
yeah. Let's see how it goes and let us know. All right.
I'll
Well,
let y'all know.
All right.
thank y'all for watching. We'll see you on Friday with our picks for the week. See you later.
Under. Under.